Hello, Charlie Brogson here. Now, question is, well, there is a very low latency in this for once. I'm getting like maybe 3 second latency. I'm very much used to 15 seconds, so this is a good improvement. So, the one thing is, I am not sure I'm able to see the chat within Streamlabs, so I may have to have both open. Let's just see if I can do a little. Ah, that's no good. I will just make that full screen and then I will extend this one out. Okay, so I'm going to be mapping the dungeon underneath here. And so this is this little fellow, okay? Now pretty much I'm happy that I've done most. I'm kind of happy that I've finished this one. So let's see, we've also, I did a little stream on, was it last night or the night before, with some of my patrons to come up with some ideas for various elements. So I did this on the Discord stream with those guys. So thank you, you know who you are. Demon Bot and Connor. So we're kind of done with this section here. So for today, I think I'm going to concentrate on. Right, so we have this section here. We've kind of gone down, and we're into this area here with the Draco Lich. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to fill in some of the details. And I'm going to get stuck into it straight away because I have a birthday party to go to after this. So you can't be late you can't be late for a birthday party, but it's not polite. So let me see, we'll turn on a light board, and this is lined up perfectly. So I had some mistakes the last time. Delete some of this. Whoop. Let's get rid of some of this lining here. Ooh. Oh, we can't finish this yet. See these balls. You know what? No, I'm going to stick to my guns because I tend to kind of go all over the place. I'm going to do my details. Now, if you have a little thing that you want to just throw into the dungeon, something that you can say, oh, see that little thing on the ground? Let me know. I will add it. Except for in this room here. This is going to be a trap room. We have, so Colin came up with the idea, well, so he came up with the idea that we have a child trap, a bit like in Indiana Jones. So you have to, I'm not going to give it away. We could always delete this stream. But I don't want to give too much away. But all it is you have to do a certain kind of order, otherwise these little dragon heads are going to shoot at you. So let's get right to it. Let's have a quick peek. Okay, if you're watching, let me know if you're there. Ooh, just here my camera. Okay. Let me know if you're there. Say hello. So I'm going to start with these walls and we will fill in the floors. So I have a particular order to doing this. Say if I want to have something sitting here, I'm going to do the top of the wall first. Now obviously that's not the very top of the wall, but it's it's kind of one height up like that. So you can see where the wall ends. And then I have the option to, as I'm going along, add a little feature, something that's just sitting on the ground. So maybe I will leave that to last. Yeah, just have to. We'll start with the stairs here. Yeah. Okay. So this way down is blocked, so you do have to take a roundabout way to get down further into the dungeon. So these are. That's how I've been doing stairs lately. So this is the top here. And invariably I am going to make a heap of mistakes. It's just a natural part of it. But it's when you can turn a mistake to your advantage and make something of it. That's what you want to get in the habit of doing. So down the stairs we go. So I'll do the halfway stairs here because this is going to fall slightly short. If I do one here, I'm dropping all of these down. So these are dropping down slightly, going across. Let me give you an example. So I'm dropping down with each of these. So you have to kind of just think in your head, what part of the step are you on? Are you drawing the line for the top of the step or the bottom of the step? Okay, this is a section of wall, so we need across like so. So these are all the top of the step. They're not well spaced. But you know what? The guy who designed this section of the dungeon was fired, thankfully. The guy who built this trap room, he got promotion. He moved on and to do many dungeon traps. Became a prestigious trap maker. He did not become as well renowned as, for anyone who knows Pat's Peculiar, that's the name. I forget his. I have to just look up his real name, but he makes the most amazing maps. You probably have seen some of his work on some of the forums, if you're on any world building forums. And I can't find his name. I'm absolutely dreadful with names, by the way, especially when you throw into the mix people's monikers that they have online. Also, oh, here we go. Yeah, Pat's Peculiar. He comes up with the craziest traps, and maybe at some point with his permission, I might throw some of his designs into my dungeon. Not this dungeon, but maybe a future dungeon. Okay, so we have these ones are going down, and then this section here is going across, so I'm using this parallel line here. So, boom, boom. And you make that sound effect actually. That's an actual thing. I don't know, I don't think I actually make the sound effect. If there's nobody here, I'll just draw it without making a sound. I'll probably be singing a little song to myself. I'll try not to expose myself to ridicule, really. Or maybe you might think my singing is that good that I'll get recommendations to give up the mapping and go purely and the musical route, it tends to be the same song over and over. You know what? If I keep on streaming, I guarantee it that I will share some of my musical ability with you. I'm not saying I have any new musical ability. Okay. But it's just I get lost in these maps. Ooh. Okay, this is really dodgy stairs. Adventurers beware. You're going to have to tread carefully down this one. These stairs, that is very hazardous stairs. Okay, this is how I just kind of fill this in by sure it's consistent. A little border like that. Of course, we're so far down in the dungeon. Would they have? You probably have a different style of even staircase. Or maybe because this far down in the dungeon, we have. This is refreshes. So, and I just need to sort something out. My channel. 2 seconds, I'll be back to it. Alrighty. So again, if you have any ideas of anything that should be lying around these corridors, shoot out a little message into the chat. Right, that's that done. Certain things need to be sorted. Okay, I should have sorted that beforehand. Okay, so we have the staircase. Let's just do a little embellishment. So, my favorite thing to do with a pin is a nice straight line like this. Let's just differentiate between the horizontal plane and the vertical plane. So imagine this kind of like this section of wall is kind of broken through. That's why I have this like this. And I needed to figure out like how. So each time you drop one section like this. Ooh. Okay. So I shouldn't point with my pen. Okay, that's no problem. I will make something of that. Every stream I do, I make a little mistake. I just have to figure out because that's underneath. Yeah, I don't think it matters. It's a straight line. If needs be, if I spot it, I will take it out in Photoshop when I'm stitching all of these maps together. So the plan is I'm going to make one massive poster um, so that you can hang on your door or something like that. Well, I'm going to be hanging it on my door. If my wife lets me. uh, so we have this stairs here. Now, where do I go to next? I'm not going to put anything in this corridor, so let's just fill it. So some people, they kind of ask me kind of what my setup with what sort of paper I used. I actually made this paper myself in Illustrator because I was looking for some paper and it was all, you could order paper. Yes, I should have ordered some paper, but I didn't want to wait around. So I said to myself, hey, what's the best way? Just print it out. So I printed out some paper. I have two sections. One, if I want like a vertical map like this, and one with the kind of vertical lines, but on like a horizontal piece of paper. So I can do either, depends, and I just use those together. I reuse the same one, so I'm saving the planet at the same time. I'm also not saving the planet by using this big light box. So I think it balances out. I think I'm carbon neutral with regards the light box and isometric paper situation. I haven't checked. I should not be so crass about these things. But right, enough rambling. Let's get on with doing this wall. So my situation with I will just use a piece of paper and I'll put that in behind it. And then I have my light board. That means I don't have, it doesn't matter about scanning. There we go. The finished job doesn't have any lines on it. That is why I recommend getting a little light box, or not light box, light board. So, little hint of brickwork. I need to fill in the entire thing. So now we're going this way, so all of your should either have, so it's all about having lines parallel to either these, okay, let's not point at that. Either parallel lines this way or parallel lines this way, and then all of your other lines are going vertical. That's the key. Do the same here. Just kind of work its way down. And down to the bottom. And finish off this wall just very lightly. Just a little bit of line work. So don't be shy if you're watching. Throw a little message in the chat. Make sure that I always like to just check in with the chat to see that everyone can, or make sure that everyone can hear me properly as well. I'm early days in this streaming business, so appreciate it. Just say, yeah, everything is, I can hear you loud and clear. Now stop talking. I can hear you, but I have you on mute. Now, let's have a look at this one here. Yeah, so top to the walls, I'm just going to do. And this way as well. So this is going, should we be able to see this here? Nope. It's pretty much going directly behind that. Okay, let's do the floor. I really want to add something unusual here, so let me think. You know what we'll do? I might just grab my DMG and pull it open onto a particular page and just see what there is. Just do a little random roll for an item. Okay, it might not be this section because I want to finish this off. But I should really be leaving or something. So I reckon this should be easy enough to translate into a top-down map. I should just go through it section by section. Each one of these, it could be a 50. That could be a 5x5 square, but this would make these incredibly large doors. And to be honest with you, I never even think about things like that. Just go with what feels right. So here we go. And a few little cracks. Too much. Just light smattering. A bit of a stony feel. Then some stippling. Yeah, while I'm stippling, it's hard to concentrate on saying anything. I just get sucked into it. Let me just kind of say what I'm trying to do. I suppose I'm still exploring stippling as a technique, and I'm still improving. It's the same with everything I'm doing. I just give it a go. Stippling, I saw maps by Owen. He likes. I just saw him doing like a little time lapse of some stippling, and his stippling kind of was like darker near the edges. I think he had it. The stippling was like on the outside. It was like instead of cross hatching, he had some stippling at the edge of the dungeon. This was like for a top-down map, I think. But I just really loved the look of it. And I'd use it for other things before. I do like using it for paths instead of actually drawing the edge of the path. I just kind of give like a hint of it. Either stippling kind of give a sense of gravel, or I put oh, here's an example. I just put a few little pieces of grass at the edge. And there you go, there's your gravel or dirty path. Let's just give a hint of it, so fill it up the empty space. Whose phone is that? It's not mine. So I just have to keep an eye on the time because I do not want to miss this. I won't miss this birthday, but I don't want to arrive too late. I could jump into just another section of stairs because it's something I was doing. And actually, previous isometric maps, I didn't really use a ruler. I like the feel of trying to do a straight line just as natural as possible without the use of a ruler. But then again, for this one, it's just, I think just precision is going to rule the day. Again, I've forgotten the most important thing. That is, thank you to my Patreon. Thank you to my patrons. They are making this map possible. They're mostly giving me map ideas set in their homebrew worlds, maps that they want to have made, and then there's a little vote in the Patreon page. They vote for what map they want to have made. The most popular ones are the ones that get made. This month, I took a break from that. So, for example, this one here, this is set in Asia's world. It's a city called Velki. I had mapped the rest of the world, and I had included Velki on the map. And then the next submission, there was another submission, and it was there was one for a pyramid as well. So this is a map from Asia's world. So the next one again, so this was submitted, it was voted for, and I made it. And as I was making it, I just thought, oh, I need to take a month out and just do a dungeon, just one dungeon. It was going to be a dungeon, but I suggested this here. No one objected. I would have made a dungeon wherever they wanted. So I think they were just happy enough for me to do, which is great. I'm thrilled to have the opportunity to do this map. Yeah. Huh. Okay. Yeah, so this is the spacing. So look, that's how I do my stairs, okay? So if you just have a look at this section here, I'm pointing at let's use a pencil instead. Okay, so this section here, okay, we're going down to, and for each one we go down, we go across two, down, across two, okay? The same for every piece of stairs. So this one here is going down, across two, down, across two, down, across two, down, across two. So this one is going on 4 levels. So if I were to look at this flight of stairs here, let me see, it's starting here, it goes 1, 2, no, okay, right. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're down one flight of stairs. So that distance there, same distance down as this one here. Much more efficient, but a lot more hazardous. So you would not want to trip on these stairs here. Um, the so my point is, with these stairs here, for everyone I'm going down, I'm going across two, and I'm fitting in 1, 2, 3, 4 stairs. Okay, down, across two. Oh yeah, I should be fitting two more. I don't know what my point was. Just draw. Seriously, Jog. Stop yabbering. Who was that who said that? I'm going to rename the stream to Watch Jog Go Slightly Mad on his own stream. Actually, you know what? It doesn't have to be even on my stream. It could be anywhere. My wife says I don't get enough sleep, and that as a result, I am doomed to go madder and madder. Okay, so let me see. For each of these, I need to go parallel to this line here, across. So just like that. Boom, boom. Alright, so, and then we just go. Okay, yeah, this line here shouldn't have been there, but in the same way at the bottom of the stairs here, we've already dropped down into that level. No one will ever know, except for us, you, myself, the two people watching. It's all good. Right. So, I think what I'd like to do is do the brickwork on these stairs here as well. So another thing people ask me is, where do I start? How do I begin doing isometric maps? Okay. Take a piece of paper, just give it a go. Okay. Don't be critical of yourself. Each time you make a map of any kind, you're getting better. And I try to be encouraging to people. If I hear that they want to do this, oh, I wish I was so. Yeah, well, then just do it. Just become better. It's. I know I make it sound easy, but it pretty much is. I'm not super talented. I just love it. It's like something Devon Rue said. Oh, it's actually on her Patreon page that she just does this all the time. That's just her passion. That's her thing that she just loves to do. I'm the same, you know what I mean? And I wish I did it more. Like I suppose I limit myself. I used to limit myself into what I let myself do. So I just said, yeah, no, I really want to do this. I really want to make this map, whatever. Not necessarily make maps in general. I'm always making maps, but I kind of stayed in my comfort zone, making a certain type of map, and I thought, Well, like at the start, I was like, I'm not making sci-fi maps till I did a little competition on the Facebook group or Facebook page, and the winner said, can you do a Star Wars cantina? Okay. Yes. It's like, yes, man. If you just have to listen to yourself, you just have, sorry, not listen to yourself, and just the default answer is yes. So that's no problem. I will try anything now. And if I see something now, I will try it, as opposed to saying to myself, as I used to, oh, I wish I could do that. That's. But you need to be an artist to do that. Like I'm not. Not. I wouldn't consider myself an artist, but I have started considering what I am making art. I'm taking myself a little bit more serious, I suppose. I possibly wouldn't be doing a stream, doing this live, if I had an increase in my confidence over the past year or so. It was January last year. It's the first time I uploaded a map, and it was just like before that, 28 years. Sorry, 28 years. I was going to say 10 years. No, I just kept myself, like, for my games and for myself. It was kind of, it was great for creating stories. All of my stories are stored in my maps. I just have to look at a map, and my memories of exploring that location, like I explore the location while I'm mapping. Uh, all of those memories just come flooding back. Uh, it's where the idea of Jog Brogson came from as well. Jog Brogson is an explorer, and he is traveling around these worlds, and he's just kind of, oh, this is nice, let's map this place. So every map that I've created, Jog Brogson has been. You might have guessed, okay, Jog Brogson is not my actual name, but he is the actual name of the explorer who is making all of these maps. So he becomes real through the maps, through the stories. Some more stippling, so I'm going to shut Jog up, give him some stippling work. Aha! Nothing can shut Jog up. Not even some cursed stippling. Not cursed, this is delicious, I love it. I'm just getting sucked into it. But cursed, if the purpose of it is to shut Jog up. I nearly want to just do and ruin my map. Okay, so I don't know, there may be some. How close is this to the other section? You know what, it's a good distance away. Let's put some urns in here. Okay. These urns, maybe they can have some handles. I'll just pull these out of my arse, maybe. Okay, and in fact, it could just be a whole collection of pots and whatnot. this room, just cluttering the place. Yeah, maybe a massive one as well. And here's the beauty part. I don't really know what the purpose of these are. Maybe they're remains. Maybe they're provisions from another time. Um, I sometimes just draw things without really thinking too much about it. Think, I just like that there. And when I make a map, I'm drawing them to explore, and I'm as surprised to find something there as possible. This is a reason why I haven't drawn the line for the base of the floor, because I want to give myself the option to draw some things like this here. Okay, so, and I just know that as a player, if I came into a room like this, I'm like, ooh, what's in here? And as a DM, having drawn these, I'm like, yeah, what's in here? I love just apps. Oh, I shouldn't really say that in case like any players like get wind of it. Yeah, I'm always prepared. I know exactly what's in this. And super prepared am I. So, um, so it was suggested I use a H or a 2H pencil. So this is when I just kind of root it out, because this is counter to anything I ever believed. But apparently, like the harder pencils lift off the page easier than a softer. And I just completely blew my mind, that realization. I've been using the wrong. I use these for technical drawing, this sort of pencil, for years. Well, generally speaking, you leave all your line work in. You didn't. You want to showcase all of your lines. Back when I was doing technical drawing or draftsmanship, draftsmanship, as you would call it. So, yeah. And again, any 3D object. The same applies for a map like this. You might see in my time lapses, I am working my way backwards like this, because you don't want to limit yourself. Like I sometimes draw something, and I'm finished. I can't draw something in front of it. That's it. So if you want to leave your options open for stuff that you want to put behind, then you need to draw backwards. So I might decide just halfway through doing this that I want to put like skeletal remains. Okay, there we go. There's gonna be skeletal remains here. I just decide, yeah, like that's just how my brain works. I do plan a good deal out, but then a lot just kind of comes to me from my muse. I should really tell you all about the map giveaways that I am running. So this is something that I do on my Facebook group. I'm going to share, actually in the comments is, there's a link to my Facebook page. I keep up on the Facebook group. My Facebook page, I'm going to run, I am running a weekly map postcard giveaway. And these ones here are being given away to. These are all kind of city maps, uh, including this one here. It's a smaller version. Um, they are going to Fenwick Pierce. Congratulations, Fenwick. So they are in your envelope. And I think you have your address. I think I sent you a postcard before, but they will be on their way to you. So if you want in on some, sweet postcard giveaways, jump over onto my Facebook group and there's that. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice, kind of. People seem to be excited about it. They like kind of getting stuff, getting shite in the post. Maybe I'll put the skeletal remains in a different room. So I have a series of rooms here. So, and oh, yeah, no. So, in case I am working with, there's a guy that I was chatting to on Reddit, Tyler. Okay, and he is a fanatic of Norse mythology. So I've been consulting him about some of the ruins that I'm putting on this map. So, Tyr, for example, or this is the symbol of death. And you have an undead lich, that makes sense. Maybe if he was a little bit less nefarious, could turn this upside down. It could be I don't know, an alive dragon or something. Uh, but I just thought I would say I appreciate sharing your knowledge with me about the runes. And there is a Norse flavor to this dungeon, but I'm not going to say that it's strictly, canon lore or whatever. Like I have various things happening with Tyr and Loki. I mentioned Loki, just he turns up, fucks around a bit, and then fucks off. That's his purpose in the story. Is just to steal something. He steals the soul of Tyr and causes Tyr's avatar, which is this big construct here, to turn to stone. And because he's turned to stone, then Jorgenmander latches onto his heart like this, but can't get full purchase because his heart is turned to stone. That's actually just a portion of his heart that they kind of grew out. Just it served the purpose of this. Tyr was dying in the battlefield with Jorgenmander, and so his worshippers built this out of his hand, his heart, and then he got the dwarves to build a soul stone to house his essence. Of course, things don't always work out the way they should. They all lived happily ever after on a farm somewhere. Can't imagine the god of war. Well, maybe he could. Maybe he's after everything works out for him here, he might just go off and say, like this, I'm going to live on an island. Shading. I have to be conscious of the time. I might just finish up now shortly because I'm going to get to go to some birthday drinks. Alrighty. Okay, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to draw it beforehand. I'm just going to draw the kind of remains of the scalp here. It's just a bone like this. A few ribs. Who knows what happened to him? Let's put a bone going up like this. Maybe use a sword. No, not a sword. Or was it too late? Spear. Or an axe. That's what it would be. It's not too late. Okay. Let's polish off this room. Do these walls. And little details to a room. Not every room is going to have all of this. Everything added like this, like so full. But occasionally I just go, oh, I need to add something here. Point of interest. And so this is going down one as well. And we are this line, sheets. Line up. It's hard to identify where that line is. Okay, so with that burn background. So, finish this off and do the stairs going down. This two can go across. See that some lines, I just go, okay, can do it. It's the ones that are extended a little bit further, it's hard to get that consistency. Ooh. Okay, I can hide that with a little crack in the floor. In fact, now look at this here. Ah, hello, how are you? Thank you for your comment. I had given up hope of ever talking to another human soul. I've been locked in this dungeon, being forced to make maps. Please tell someone. I'm not joking. They're making me make all of these maps. I don't want to. I don't even like maps. Please, Sarah. Okay. I apologise for not seeing your comment before. Call the authorities. Tell them there's someone being held against their will. So we have this. We do this section of wall here. I wonder, can we get in a little bit closer without blurring it too much? That's not too bad, is it? Huh? Okay. Yeah. So you can see all of my mistakes up close and personal. Yeah, I was going to say, see this one here? I made a little mistake. I extended this wall too far. Solution? Put a big grate there, okay? Incorporate that into it. Heavy lines over it. And then once you put the flooring down, you wouldn't even notice. And a bit of brickwork will hide that connection. And then it's like, you wouldn't even know. Or maybe you would. Discerning eye would notice. So, let me see. We'll finish off this, and then I will go to not my birthday party, but my brother's birthday party. I'm going to be late, haven't I? I really want to finish this. And he's going to check the stream, and he's going to say, "Hey, dude, just go. Just go. I don't even want you here. Go back to your maps that you love so much." Let's put something here. So let me see. Staircase here. I am going to have to finish this stream. It is birthday time. It is birthday time. You keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that. And maybe you just show how much you care by not moving. How much I don't care, but I do. This guy is a good guy, so I don't want to let him down. So I'm certainly going to go to his birthday. Right. Some more staircase. Staircases. Staircase eye. Whatever. Plural of stair. A staircase is. A case of stairs. You wouldn't believe how many of these pens I've gone through. So for those who this is what I'm currently using here. For my thick lines, I'm using this one here, just because these are the pens I have, okay? I did get 0.03 versions of this as well. And but I wanted to try the Sakura microns. And the main thing is they are all pigment. They're all pigment ink. And one thing I don't know is there are two different versions of the Sakura. Now I think these are the versions that are being sold in. There's these ones here, which are like the beige ones. Just the same product code. If you look at the product code, but these are completely Japanese all over them. So they have the same kind of markings on them like that. This one here is the 0.05 confined order 003. Yeah, but anyway, it's exactly the same though. And it seems to be like, even with the tops of the Stedler seem to be the same kind of there too. Look like the same make. So a little bit of flooring, and then I'm going to finish up. Put some tiles on the floor. Told you it starts singing. It's just like, whatever I see, that's what I will sing about. Place my ruler on the page. And then tile the floor. But you never know. I might get snapped up. Some improv singing group to say, this is exactly what I need. We need this guy who just makes nonsense songs so we can rescue him from his map making nightmare. It's not a nightmare. It's the most joyous experience. This is pure mindfulness for me. It's my favorite thing to do. Just like any art, I suppose. Any artist will tell you, you just kind of zone out and not even zone out, they're even more connected as you're doing your whatever art you're interested in. Now if you're doing art and you are not enjoying it, no, that's like getting your teeth pulled or something. Unless you like getting your teeth pulled, which is a different kettle of fish altogether. So a few cracks, not. Finish off with the slip it. And that should hopefully lift the objects on the ground. Unless I accidentally put some stippling onto the surface of those objects. Now I'm hoping that I have sound set up such a way that you can't hear my family in the other room. My son is also, he's in Fortnite tournaments all the time. So they get quite excited and they're issuing each other commands to just get quite animated. So you might hear a little bit of that in the background of my stream. That's about it. I think I have it set up as a nice filter blocking out people walking around and things like that, sound outside. How it to shut jog up. Some stippling to do. Yeah, that's it. So, thank you, Sarah, for joining us in the chat, and everyone else for watching. I'll leave this stream up for a little while. There's a little bit of dungeon mapping, jog crossing. Thanks again. If you enjoy these and you want a copy of this map, then please consider joining my Patreon. Link is in the description. And thanks again. I'll talk to you next time.